2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Favors all out there with ABC. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And there's the first bucket of the evening. Should be an interesting game. Both teams coming in ready to do battle.
Payton kicks to Dotson. Okafor with steal. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were third in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
And here are the Pelicans. Passes it to Ball. Back to Ingram. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Favors. Banked in off the glass.
Favors can really hurt you from inside the paint. If he gets the ball in a good spot, he has the size and length needed to bury the shot.
Dotson the pass to Portis. Randall left side. Over Favors. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Williamson, the pass to Ball. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Ball's got himself on the board with three there.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all four of their shots to start this game.
Payton kicks to Dotson. To the paint. Here's Randall. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down.
And that ends the frustration. They've been ice cold to start this one.
Yeah, their first bucket of the night. You can hear the collective sigh of relief.
Now here's Ingram. From 11 feet away, another one falls for New Orleans.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Payton finds Randall. Down low. Here's Barrett. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball dishes to Favors. He gives them a double-digit lead. Favors got his second bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago, but nowadays the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
Now here's Okafor. New Orleans moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. The 9-foot shot, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out, fans and players. How useful you think tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because then you get a chance to see the guys. You know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks, and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what the score is. And that plus-minus help those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys as far as putting up stats that way, but you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus-minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus-minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Pelicans leading by 12. Ingram kicks the ball to the inside.
Oh, wow.
Watch your head.
That's a beautiful jam.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Robinson's checked in for Randall. The Pelicans also changing it up. Diallo, he's checked in for Favors. Stanley Johnson comes in for Ingram. And it's Drew Holiday in for Lonzo Ball. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. Johnson, the pass to Holiday. This one for 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The pass to Barrett. To halt the run. No good on that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Redick surveying the D. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And that one drops for him.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Pelicans leading by 15. And here's Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off target from outside. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Here's ABC. Smith outside. Passes to Barrett. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Redick finds Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. ABC's got 8 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Robinson dishes to Smith. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Barrett. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
You got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Here's Holiday over Smith. Smith with the defensive effort. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Pelicans lead by 15. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys, you know.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. ABC is out there with Hart. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Holiday. And it's Diallo in at center. Peyton, he's checked in for Dennis Smith. And the Pelicans also making a change. Okafor is checked in for ABC. The shot by Holiday, no good. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Knicks. Here's Morris. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Bucket is good.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
And Redick kicks to Okafor. The dish to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. That shot missing. And New York the other way now. Morris outside. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And New Orleans pushing it up now.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
New York calls timeout. Steve, talk about leadership. Some guys are extremely vocal. Name some guys that prefer to lead by example, that aren't all talk, but watch what I do.
Yeah, I think it comes out, I would say the first in mind, because he's never vocal, is Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, his play, he leads by example. I think Anthony Davis is another guy that stands out for me. I even look at Kevin Durant. I don't see him as a vocal leader, but I think his game and the way he leads his teams by example is one of those guys that can be leaders, but they can be leaders without being extremely vocal.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Favors got 6 points.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help themselves.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That free throw good from Randall. New Orleans leading by 14. The pass to Favors. back to ball. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Hart. That shot misses. Great D that time from Portis. To the paint. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He has very sneaky athleticism. Portis relies also on his strength and length to finish inside.
Pass to Ingram. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Ball dishes to Okafor. Ingram kicks the ball. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ball's got his second bucket.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Now here's Portis. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Payton against Ball. 6 to shoot. And Okafor with the block. An even 3-on-3 break. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That'll be his second foul of the game. ABC's checked in for the Knicks. Okafor with the ball. Here's Hart. And it's good off the back rim and in. Hart's got 4 points this quarter. Payton kicks to Randall. Outside Portis. Here's ABC. He's got 5. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Morris against Ingram. And Hart has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. Here's Okafor. Second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
And the first one at the line is good for the Knicks. Gibson comes in for Portis, and it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. The Pelicans also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And ABC subbed in for Hart. And so he hits both. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now in the past.
Time out.
Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's funny guys. I think one that stands out far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious. And he wasn't trying to be funny.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
How
about the passing. They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it showed some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Randall. Smith the pass to Barrett. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
4th team foul. At the line for your Knicks, Barrett. At the line for two.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Pelicans leading by 15. Ball kicks to Favors. He dishes it to Holiday. 1:33 left in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. And the Pelicans lead by 17. Smith against Ball. Passes it to Morris. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Diallo, he's checked in for Favors. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. Morris against Johnson. From 13, Morris, no good.
And they got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Redick finds Holiday. Here's Diallo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Diallo's got his first basket of the night.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy land.
Smith the pass to Barrett. The feed to Morris. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good for Morris.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Holiday with it. Now Smith defending. Smith against Redick. Back to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Good decision maker out of the pick and roll. Holiday calls his own number, rewards his team.
Now here is Smith. Over Holiday on the money from 12 feet away.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball, and then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what do you think?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. ABC really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
Knicks trail by 17. ABC is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Peyton. And it's Dotson in at the 2 spot. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Here's ABC, and the shot goes in. ABC's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Knicks. Ball kicks to Favors. Ingram left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
For New Orleans, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Knicks trail by 17. Now Peyton looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's ABC. He's covered by Ingram. Goes back up. Randle no good.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Ball. And it's 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D.
Timeout.
Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
New York calls timeout.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Dotson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Great play calling, the execution, 3 for 3 to start the half.
Payton the bounce pass. Portis drives in. Down low, Randall, and the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
Hart, he's checked in for ABC. New Orleans leading by 21. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Ingram. Tries again. Here's Okafor. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Pelicans have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
One shot.
And that one falls for Okafor. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Payton passes to Dotson. Shot to stop the run, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
One shot. Find the lanes.
New Orleans leading by 21. And Favors kicks to Hart. Ingram against Randall. Goes up to the stripe, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and roll, constantly keeping them guessing.
At the elbow, Randall. Over Favors. Great D that time from Favors.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And here is Payton following Lonzo Ball's three. Knocked away. To the middle. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for ABC. And a change for the Pelicans. Drew Holiday's checked in for Ball. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Gibson comes in for Randall. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Elfrid Payton. And then for New Orleans, Sheck Diallo comes in for Derek Favors. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Brandon Ingram. Puts it up off the inbound. Shot's good by Gibson.
How about the determination of Gibson? No one is going to stop him when he skies up.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And it's Okafor at the elbow. Back to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Redick. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy. Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Okafor gets the bucket.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage, bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there, not a lot of solutions.
Here's Dotson. Knocks down the step back J. Dotson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Holiday finds Redick. And here is Okafor. The pass to Redick. To the wing right side. Smith against Holiday. Over Smith. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Holiday's got 8 points.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
And the foul's on Sheck Diallo. That's his first foul. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. New Orleans also making some changes. ABC comes in for Okafor, and it's Stanley Johnson in for Josh Hart. And the wide open shot from Morris. New York, no good that time either. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Johnson kicks to Diallo. Holiday against Smith. Holiday gets the bucket.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Robinson. Inside. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's Bullock missing.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Pass to Williamson. Misses the 3. New York shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Holiday against Smith. He kicks to Bullock. 3-pointer. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. New Orleans has gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Johnson. Miller is out there with Diallo. Then there's Ian Clark, and it's Bertsinison at the shooting guard position. Here's Bertans. Clock at 4. Drilled from 11 feet out. Berton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pelicans. New York shooting 40% from the field. Ntilikina passes to Knox. Here's Ntilikina. Kicks it to Ellington. Over Johnson. A shot by Ellington, no good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Here's Bertans. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Here's Bertans. Pass to Diallo. Johnson outside. Pass to Clark. Puts one up from 19, and that one comes up a bit short.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Here's Ntilikina. The pass to Knox. He feeds it to Bullock. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And again, no good by New Orleans. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. And he hits the jumper for 2. Here's Clark. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Johnson surveying the floor. It's good. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Ntilikina kicks to Ellington. And the Knicks making a change here. Randall's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Derek Favors checked in for Sheck Diallo. Josh Hart comes in for Bertans. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Ian Clark. Randall against Favors. Randall down low. Fades. New York, no good that time either.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
Here's Knox, and the rejection by Favors. Here's Hart. That shot, no good. Randall with some nice D. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Johnson with the block. Pass to Favors. Deflects the pass. And here is Ball.
Yeah, Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
That's good from Ball.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
A different look for New York. Bobby Portis is checked in for Ellington. And Smith subbed in for Ntilikina. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. That one is no good.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Hart. And here is Johnson. He's guarded by Bullock. Shot clock at 6. Here's Okafor. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Bullock passes to Portis. Out to Smith. Clock at 6. To the inside. Stolen by Ball. Hart the pass to Ball. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. Inside, here's Okafor, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against New York.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Smith scanning the floor. He kicks it to Bullock. Portis against Johnson. Back to Bullock. 6 on the shot clock. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Smith against Ball. Smith inside.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New Orleans.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Lonzo Ball.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. Here's Knox. Pass to Portis from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Beautiful by Bobby Portis. Catches it in rhythm, and we know about the confidence he has.
Ball with it to the paint. And then Favors with the dunk.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith dishes to Bullock. And taken away by Johnson. Kicks it to Ball. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, you guys hang your hat on defense. Is this the sort of defensive performance you expect every game?
Yeah, we can. No, they were practice for. We come into practice, play hard, we work hard. And when we come out to the games, they bring a lot of energy.